Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank B Choppin', and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we're doing on this cut is a number 3 on top and a mid fade. We're also going to make sure we line up the beard, add some enhancements. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to do what we got to do to make sure my client looks good when he gets out the chair. If y'all seen this guy on my YouTube before, he actually was one of the guests that I had on In the Chair. But I actually recorded this haircut from a different angle, you know, from the back angle also. So it helps me get this content for a tutorial also. But we did a number 3 on top, and now on the sides, I'm taking my number 2 guard, going in with my lever open and then closing the lever, just going over the sides with a number 2 guard, basically debulking, and it makes it easier for me to actually fade because I know I only have to fade into that number 2 guard instead of that number 3. So now I'm taking my low pro trimmer from Babyliss, setting in my initial bald guideline. Now I know I said we were doing a mid fade. This guideline may look a little low to some, but I wanted to make sure that I gave myself enough room because this was my first time cutting this man's hair. So I wanted to give myself enough room just to make sure, you know, to leave any room for any mistakes, or if I wanted to stretch the blend, it's easier to stretch that blend than it is to go back and try to start lower. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to keep this line a little lower than normal, but I believe it came out good. And y'all just let me know towards the end of this cut what y'all think about it. So now I'm following up that with the shaver. And remember guys, the closer you get to that bald guideline, you want to make sure you're using a slight flick out motion and relieving some pressure. That way it doesn't leave too harsh of a line. If you just put a lot of pressure on that shaver on the scalp when you're going up to that line, it's going to leave a really hard line to take out. So doing this will help make that line not as hard to take out. So moving on to some actual fade work, I'm going in with my low pro clippers, lever all the way open, and as y'all can see, I'm setting in my next guideline. I'm coming up about 3/4 of an inch or so, using a slight flick out motion towards the top of where I want the section to be, and then I'm gonna blend this section out. So as you saw me do right there, I just closed my lever halfway, and I'm coming halfway into this section. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up closing my lever all the way and attacking that bottom line. And then I may use some lever play in the corner of my blend to really try to get this area of the blend to come together. So now I'm going in with my 1 guard lever open, setting in my next guideline, coming up about 3/4 of an inch or so, still coming up about the same amount that I did on the previous guideline. And then I'm gonna close my clipper all the way and start softening up that bottom line. Now I know it's not gonna take that line out completely, and that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna have to come back in with my half guard to really get that line to get erased. And that's what I'm doing here. I have my half guard, and I did switch clippers. I am using the Boost FX. No particular reason, I just decided to switch. You know, they were easier for me to grab. So I got the 0 guard or the half guard on there, went in with my blade, with my guard, or went in with my lever halfway open and then adjusted it closed as needed. Now this is my 1.5 guard lever open, and then I'm gonna close my lever and just try to attack this area to blend the number one with the lever open into the number 2 guard that's blending into that number 3 guard. Hope that makes sense. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some down fading, because as y'all can see, there is still some discrepancies in this blend. So I'm just gonna go and retrace my steps, working my way down. So once again, guys, this is my 1 guard lever open and then close, cleaning up any discrepancies, any dark areas that I see. Now I'm really gonna take my time and try to get those lines to come out. And now I'm doing the same exact thing with the 0 guard or the half guard. Went in with my lever open, and then I'm gonna start adjusting my lever closed as needed, trying to get them dark areas to, you know, be completely gone and try to get this blend to look nice and flawless. And this is just a method that I use, and it works for me. You know, I go pretty quick when I set in my guidelines, and then when I come back in detail, I really take more of my time and really try to get that blend, you know, take it to that next level. And here I am going in with my clipper all the way open and then adjusting my lever as needed to really clean up the bottom of this blend. Now I know that bottom line is still going to be there from the trimmer, from the initial bald guideline, and I'm going to actually take that out with the trimmer, and y'all see it here in a minute. Now this bottom part of the blend actually gave me the most trouble. As you can see, he's got like some lighter areas, so I did end up having to raise this blend slightly, but not too much, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I like to give myself enough room to work with. That way, if I do have to raise the blend, I could do that, and I can still have the fade basically set up where I want it to be at. Now this is me going in with my trimmer, trying to get that bottom line completely out. And sometimes it gets it completely out and sometimes it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? That's just how the hair is sometimes. You know, sometimes the same method that you use to get a line out may not work on the next head, so you're gonna have to go back in and try some different methods to get that line out. So I decided to go back in with my clipper lever closed, adjusting my lever as needed, getting, still just doing some detail work, trying to get this blend to come together, because as y'all can see, it's still not the best blend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got some work to do, still got some more lever play, still got some more detailing to do. And once again, guys, sometimes it happens that way. You have to go back in and detail more than other times. And that's just being a good barber and having that good barber's eye, knowing exactly how much you need to detail, where you need to detail, what guard or what clip you need to use. And I think that just comes with time. The more you blend, the more you actually start to perfect your craft, the easier you can see that, and you know exactly what needs to be done. But nonetheless, guys, now I'm going in, starting off my lineup. As y'all can see, I did start off in the middle of my client's hairline, put my initial guideline in, and then work my way over. And now that I have that lineup there, it helps me see the blend a little better. Like, I can see more discrepancies. I can see these darker areas. I can see more of a finished product on this side of the blend. And I'm just going in and detailing it, fading that beard in, just doing what I got to do, once again, guys, to make sure that this blend comes together. And I did say we were lining up the beard. We weren't taking off any length, and we wanted to keep it as thick as possible. So I'm really just barely tapping them lines, trying to leave a nice sharp line. So now that side of the haircut is done, as y'all can see, I'm doing the opposite side, and I'm gonna be doing the same exact steps. However, I am using a different clipper. Once again, no particular reason. I just grabbed another clipper. It was right there close to me. Me and him were talking. We were recording in the chair, so we were having conversation. I really wasn't paying attention to what clipper I was grabbing. I was just grabbing whichever one that was in my vicinity, picked it up and started blending with it. But once again, same steps, guys. We're doing same steps that we did on the left side. We're gonna do to the right side that we're gonna do in the back. However, I did not get to record the back for y'all. Or you know what, I did record the back, but I cut it out because I didn't want this video to be too long. I just wanted a quick little tutorial, 3 on top and a mid fade. And as y'all can see, that's what we're doing. So basically, guys, if you like this video so far, please make sure to smash that like button. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything you want to ask me, feel free to do that in the comment section. Get active in the comment sections. Let me know, like, how do you blend? Do you blend this way? Do you blend all the way up? Do you do the fade down technique? Let me know. And also, if y'all have any recommendations for different videos, feel free to let me go. Feel free to let me know, guys. Like, I'm up for any recommendations. I'm just trying to do stuff that I feel would help give y'all value and provide good content for y'all. But talking about this haircut, as y'all can see, this side gave me a hard time also, but not in the same area as the other side did. So once again, that happens sometimes. Not the same head may give you different hard area. How can I put this in words? I'm trying to think how I can put this in words. So on both sides of the head, you may have harder areas to blend in different areas, if that makes sense. So on the left side, it was harder to blend towards the bottom of the blend. And on this side, more towards that parietal ridge is where it was giving me trouble. And once again, that happens, guys, because both sides of the head aren't exactly the same. So you're gonna have to learn to use your barber's eye, use the clippers, and well, not the clippers, but the clips and the guards that you need to get that blend to come together. Also, guys, if y'all been paying attention, I've been using nothing but Babyliss Pro tools in this video. So if y'all like these tools, remember, you can go to the Babyliss Pro website, use my discount code TANK10, save yourself a little bit of money, knock you off some custom FX, knock you off some boosts, get whatever you want, and you can use that code, guys, and it'll save you a little bit of money. But going back into this haircut, as you can see, I'm doing the opposite side of my client's lineup, just starting off where I ended, or starting off basically where I started off on the other side of my client's head in the middle, and then working my way over to this side of the blend, and then I'm just lining up my client's beard. Once again, we weren't taking off any length. We just wanted to keep it nice and full. And I'm going back in and detailing a little bit because, there is some discrepancies in that blend. Now we're gonna move on to do a little bit of some razor work. And once again, guys, when you're doing that razor work, you wanna make sure you stretch that skin, pull it tight. That way you lessen the chance of nicking your client. And then after this razor work, we are gonna add some enhancements. We're not doing any hair fibers. We're just gonna do some paint enhancements, the hair dye from JV Barbering. And I think it's really gonna make this haircut pop even more. And y'all gonna see it right now, you know what I'm saying? All right, so this is the JV Barbering airbrush, the JV Barbering enhancement card, and the JV Barbering hair dye. And as y'all can see, it leaves a nice a nice good spray. You know what I'm saying? The spray's nice, the color's nice. It's not like a purple or greenish color like some blacks are. So, you know, I really like this color a lot, man. But nonetheless, as y'all can see, I'm just spraying enough on my client to give him a nice natural look, not to where it looks fake. You know what I'm saying? And then what I'm doing here is I'm just going over that lineup with my blade one more time, just to really get them lines to look even sharper. But yeah, man, that's basically it for this cut, guys. Once again, let me know what y'all think about it so far. But check it out. This is the before look, and this is the after. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. And that's basically it, YouTube. If you're in the Houston, Texas area, you can book an appointment with your boy, tankbechopping.com. You can book online. If you want it to be for YouTube, go ahead and let me know in the comment section of, you know, booking the appointment. That's basically it for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, let's go.